Yo, what's up, everybody? What's up, YouTube? And I'm back with another video that I'm gonna do for today. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna last video I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take my yeah. I'm gonna start my 2 day break from YouTube, so I'm gonna basically come back with video probably Friday, Saturday. So I'm gonna probably do my video for Wednesday. So this is my thoughts about 2020. 'Cause 2020 is basically it's a yeah. Let me see. I think 2020 is gonna be a tough year though, for people who basically lost their lives. Like people who basically let me see. I think 2020 is gonna be a tough year though. To where we're losing Kobe Bryant. We're losing all those big people who basically well known, but and the reason known for to death. But yeah, 2020 is dedicated to where it's gonna be rough. To where it's gonna be not the same. But yeah, yeah. Yes, I said last year I made a video about 2020. No, because I'm wrong. I said last year I made a video about 2010s decade. It's gonna be the same thing as like they could be kind of like tough, but yeah, 2020 could be tough too though. But yeah, yeah, I think decade could be kind of like rough because we're gonna lose people who gonna see. Let me see. Other people is gonna lose people to cancer, death. Everything. I think people gonna lose people to like last stuff, but like 2020 decade is going to be tough. People, tough for this decade could be tough for people who just who basically is gonna live. Who basically who is basically like gonna like live to see 20, 21, 30, 40, 50. But yeah, I think 2020 decade is gonna be a tough decade for I guess people though who just basically wanna make it, but yeah, I think my whole yeah, I thought my thoughts about this whole decade right here is just, I don't know, it's just basically going up to the wrong start though, because like people who are just dying left and right, people who are losing their lives, people just don't care, about how they're living. But I think 2020 decade could be, same thing as the 2010 decade. But last year was, you know, was kind of like worse because we, like worse because we if folks are dying, last year, dying last year, or to death, murder, the chaos. But about that short term decade, it's gonna be basically the worst thing ever. But yeah, I think each decade that I think each decade could be worse, better, or like some decades like 2010, 20, hold on. I first went back to the last decade was in 2010s, which was kind of like first I started, like yeah, first the whole decade was good, and then until like the whole decade, last decade was kind of like tough, because the whole decade was feel a lot of drama, mess, murder, death, everything. But yeah, by the 2020s decade could be the same thing, but yeah, I just had to let yeah, myself, I just had to live with the whole decade because it's gonna be like tough, with rough, rough, and it's gonna be. Yeah, I think it's not gonna get better, but towards the violence, the deaths, the murders, and how things are gonna be changing in the decade, for you. Yeah, yeah, I think 2020s decade it's gonna be for the young generation who's just growing up, who just growing up, being reckless, how they are being, not guided, and like young generation now just, I don't know, they're going off to put in a kettle means that, yeah, I think it's the same to, let me see, I think it's the same back in the 20, hold on, yeah, I say it's the same since 20, I say since the 2000s, I don't know what's around, but yeah, I think 2010s and basically 2020 decade is, it's gonna be both decades to which it can have a lot of people just don't care about life, and just how people want to be regulars, killing everybody, shooting everybody up, on how these people might not, live, see, that, so I say 18, 19, 20, 21, but I think this decade is gonna be how the young generation don't expect the old generation, because it's about on how the young generation is basically trying to basically go off their own way, though, on basically on how they see things on TV, on how they see things on the street. But yeah, I think the old generation now is basically trying to guide the new generation, how on basically how to grip, though. Yeah. Yeah. Myself, I'm 20 years old, man. Yeah. I come from a decade of, I said back in the 2000s decade into a 10 decade, back in the 90 decade, when, yeah, I said from when I was like, a little kid growing up in the half 90s, in the early 2000s era, until I was a teenager in the mid 2000s, but yeah, yeah. Myself, I come from the old generation, though. Back then, back in the old generation, to where like things like were like wasn't bad as it's now. To where people like get along, with each other, and somehow people just don't, kind of love for each other. But now, yeah, I said, but now it's about how people just don't care about how life is, on how on how the yeah. Yeah, I said on how the young generation now just don't care, though, about how they living. But yeah, I think if they care, we don't care about how we living. But it depends on how they grew up, though. Yeah, I think it depends on how they grew up in the whole generation, to where it's about having, you know, yeah, I think that we live in a generation to where young children is basically grew up having young mothers, young mothers, young fathers, who got pregnant at age, at 17, 18 years old, and they got, the young bad generation growing up, means that, they grew up, to environment, uh, I said, I said to where it's full of like bad things going on, that drugs, murder, violence, sex, everything, is going on. But yeah, I think this generation now is basically how children who basically growing up in the hood, or they, growing up in the type of decade to where it could be violent, But man, I think 20 like kind of went off in a bad start, to when we lost like Pop Smoke, we lost Kobe Bryant, we lost a lot of people, though. There was big well known people who was rapping, acting, singing, whatever. But they playing basketball, Mister. These people who had died because like God had called them home. Yeah, God, yeah, God had called them home to be with Him. In heaven. But that Pop Smoke had died. He was killed in California, and Kobe had died. Yeah, I said Kobe Bryant, and his daughter had died, and in a plane crash, and the actress playing on Good Times, she died basically asleep, though. Like God had called the people home, to be with Him in heaven, but like God is basically trying to call us home, for but yeah, I think that they think. I think so 20 decade could be a tough year, though, for people who just don't know how to handle this decade, because it's about having people just don't care about how they're living. But I don't know, but yeah. And so I hope the generation is gonna be better. From 2020. Yeah, from the whole decade. The last decade was kind of like tough, but how people just don't care. Yeah, but like yeah, I like the whole. Hold on. Yeah. Myself, I like the third generation. I said early 2010s, decade. And y'all like 2010s, 2011, 2012, 13, 14, but the rest of them was kind of bad. But yeah, I think 2020s decade could be a different one. It's gonna be like a tough decade for people just want to live a decade, that love and joy, but after decade could be kind of like tough, and it's gonna be kind of how people don't, on how people just don't want to, don't care about how they are living toward the decade on how, on how they can be kind of like, basically tough, but like I don't know, I think we live in a generation to where we don't have love for basically anybody. And yeah, we live in uh and yeah, we live in a cutthroat basically generation though. Yeah, we live in a cutthroat generation. To where murder is happening across the country, murder happening, folks getting killed, folks getting stabbed, shot, robbed, on how they, on how people get like in the backstabbed by their friends, cousins, everybody missed that. Basically, yeah, I said basically 2020 decade is basically, I say it's gonna be like a tough year though, a tough road for people who basically trying to, start the, start this year off in a better note though, on how they're trying to, be better people. We're trying to start the year off better, better, but yeah, I think people just don't care about how they living, man. I just don't care how they all trying to, progress throughout the whole day. I said how day can be, about progress, how progress is gonna be made, but yeah, I think this, I don't know, I think day can be how it can be tough though for people though, just don't want to like, want to, live right though for, but yeah, myself, each day can be kind of like tough though, but yeah, it just depends on how you gotta make it, make your whole decade good, but like, if I do something better, for your city, for your country, for people, basically who basically unfortunately missed that. Basically, they care how we gotta learn on how to be better people though in life, on learn how to get, life and our own priorities in check, on how we should able to learn on how to progress the whole 2020 decade. I know we're living in a world where we don't like, people. You're supposed to lose in life. You're supposed to lose in their whole entire life towards, madness, death, and murder. But if I think we don't like take our life seriously, but I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, but make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe my channel. And I come up in the video probably Friday, Saturday. And I appreciate y'all if y'all if y'all like my video. So God bless, amen, and peace. Love y'all.